On the Radio is brought to you by Zurich Insurance, the perfect place to catch up with all things Melbourne. If you enjoy this content and want more inside access from the team, make sure you visit the club website.
And with the start to the season that they have had, the Hall of Fame might be just around the corner. Things going well. James, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Good on you, buddy. Nice to have you with us. Do you like that song, just by the way?
Yeah, it goes all right.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Goes all right. Hey, what was the world like for you last week? Because clearly there was some things that impacted the build-up to the week with the COVID stuff, with a couple of players, and of course the coach. What's it like when your coach isn't there on game day?
Yeah, it's a bit different, bit of a different week, but that's just the times we live in at the moment. But Adam Uze just stepped in seamlessly, and nothing really changed too much. It was just trying to keep the program as normal as possible. But he did a fantastic job, and he's a wonderful coach. And
have spoken to Maxie a fair bit the last couple of years. You guys down there at Casey doing your thing. You're sort of off Broadway a little bit, your own little world. Does that make it easier to contain all the COVID stuff, or do you have to be a bit more stricter in the way you go about your life on the back of what happened last week?
Yeah, I think you just got to be aware of it and just be careful with situations you put yourself in. You still obviously want to live your life just as normal, but we're a bit isolated out at Casey, so sort of does help a little bit.
How much confidence did the performance on the weekend give you, considering the players that were out of the side? I think about a third of the premiership team didn't play, but you were still able to play that Melbourne brand. Did it give you guys a little bit more confidence? Yeah, absolutely. I think it just shows the depth that we have at the footy club. You know, Toby Bedford, who was the sub for the first 6 games, just slots in seamlessly and plays his role really well and gets a reward for that effort. You know, Jake Melksham as well. Tom McDonald comes back in and has an impact. So the depth we've got at the footy club, it's going really well at the moment. And credit to Hawthorn, they've brought a lot of pressure to the game, and I felt like we were able to hold up and still put our brand of footy on show. And it took a while to sort of get your game going, and then in the end Hawthorn kept pressing and very nearly pinched it towards the end. But it was another example on the weekend. You're not necessarily playing your best football, but it's still winning football. Yeah, we still got a lot of areas that we want to improve in, but Goody talks a lot about contests and defence, and if we can go really well in those 2 areas of the game, our brand of football holds up. So they're probably the 2 main things that we look at and that we look to bring each week.
Do you get nervous when teams coming at you, or are you so confident in your system that you're just thinking by the end of the game, with the quality of players you've got and the belief you've got in your structure and system, that things will more often than not just go the right way? Yeah, there's a lot of belief in the system, and that's a credit to the coaches and the game plan that they've brought to us. And Goody and the other coaches, they all bring a sense of calmness, and that sort of flows throughout the group, and just helps the group believe that no matter the situation we're in, that our game plan can stand up. How do you keep on edge there at the D's this season? I mean, you played so well last year, obviously with the premiership, and things have opened up pretty well. Although you're a bit of your best, I think, from afar, and keen to get your take on that too. But how do you keep the edge to keep pushing and making sure that one premiership hopefully becomes more than one? Yeah, well, Goody speaks a lot about building a culture here that we can have for a long time, and just have that sustained success, and the buy-in from the group to want to be a part of that is very high, and winning's not easy, and the boys are hungrier than ever just to keep that up and hopefully do what we did last year again. So how does that look during the week? I mean, is there little games during the week, competitive games, to make sure that you're still on edge and keeping your spot because someone's coming for you from the twos? Does he play players off against each other to keep things sharp? Yeah, well, obviously, with as I spoke about, we just said we have a lot of depth at the footy club, and that's really healthy that we got guys in the VFL that are playing really well. So it's definitely pushing a lot of blokes for selection. But I think at training, naturally, at a main training session, everyone
is really competitive, and they try to get the most out of each session. So I think that's something we're really strong in at the moment, and really healthy.
James, whenever we talk to a Melbourne player, they talk about it's just playing your role and doing what's asked of you by the coaching team. I mean, just in your role, and without giving away too many secrets, you're part of the midfield group that has the likes of Christian Petrarca and Clayton Oliver and Jack Viney and Angus Brayshaw, and the list goes on. What is it that's specific to your role that gets the tick from the coaches?
Something that, obviously they're a star-studded midfield, and I'm very lucky to be able to play alongside them. And whether my role is just swapping forward to give them some more time in the midfield and let them go about their business. And they're the best players in the competition for a reason, and you want them to be at their best each week. So I just try and do the little things really well, and bring a lot of pressure, and get back defensively, and just be strong in the contest as well. And I hope that I can help Track, Clary, Vines, be at their best each week.
So I'm not saying you're like the understudy that the main person does the performance on the Saturday night and the Sunday night, and you do the Tuesday night when they have a rest. But are you just learning from them during the course of a game, or is the education more things that happen during the week, and you're very specific on what you need to do on a weekend when it's time to play?
Probably more during the week. I'm spending a bit of time on the wing at the moment, and I've got Ed Langdon on the other side there, and the best wingman in the comp at the moment. And I learn a lot about the sort of patterns that he runs, and the reasons why he's had such a great start to the year. So he's been awesome for me, and as you said, I'm happy that I'm able to have a bit of an impact on the game as well, and not just be the one showing up on the Tuesday night.
Are you a footy nerd, James? Do you consume heaps of footy through the weekend?
I wouldn't say a footy nerd, but I like to watch a few games over the weekend. Who
do you reckon is the best team outside of the D's at the moment, from what you've seen? Is there someone that stands out?
St Kilda, they're playing some really good footy at the moment, and that'll be another massive challenge for us this weekend, and something that we're all looking forward to. Freo are going really well. They had a great win. So there's a few teams there that are going pretty well at the moment.
It's a very, very good answer from you, St Kilda, of course. The D's play St Kilda on Sunday, Whitey.
Yeah, that's right.
A very good answer from our man.
Of course, James, St Kilda lost on the weekend, so they weren't impressive last weekend. But by mentioning the team that they're playing this week shows that they're very respectful.
Very respectful. Very aware of what's coming on Sunday at the MCG. 110, check your local guides. Now, you're a long way from Yarrawonga, James.
Yeah.
Whitey spends a fair bit of time up there playing golf. He can't get enough of that stuff. Are you a golfer up there?
I try to. Not very good, but there's a few nice courses up there that me and a few mates try to get around when I get back up there.
So what's more your go? You're more on the river doing some water stuff, are you?
No, I'm no good at that either. I prefer to be out in the golf course, to be honest.
So the question for me is Lakes or Murray? What's the better course?
Well, we can never get on the Murray when we go over there, so I'd have to say the Lakes, because that's the one that we play the most, I reckon.
Okay.
Righto. What's your favourite?
No, I prefer Lakes, I must confess. I wouldn't say the Murray course is overrated, but I hit those bloody big gum trees too often.
Oh, yeah. They're shocking over there.
Well, just
too big.
You're not supposed to hit the trees. What are you doing hitting the trees?
Need the open expanses of the lakes so we can really be aggressive on the course.
Oh, goodness me.
Absolutely.
Goodness me. Don't worry about that this weekend, though, James. You've got other things on your mind. You've got the Saints at the MCG back home in front of the faithful, and they'll love to be there after a good performance last week against the Hawks. The Saints is on the menu for the D's. Good luck to you and the team this weekend.
Thank you very much.